What it do, what it is, and thank you for tuning in to the Day by Day Podcast for your Day by Day broadcast. I'm your host, Day, and if you're tuning in on YouTube or listening, whatever respective podcast platform you got, make sure that you hit subscribe. And if you're not subscribing, let me know how you feel. We taking constructive criticism over here. Today, for this episode, first and foremost, it's the first of many things for the episodes. For one, as y'all can see, we got the background popping off. We got the green screen. Well, for us it's green. For y'all are blessed with a nice view. But we have artists on our show for the first time. You know, I bring all types of people from all types of backgrounds to my show. I like to just keep this thing very diverse. So today, like I said, is the first official episode that we have artists. And I say artists because whether it's music or painting, whatever true expression is formed into something that is real, that is art. So that's what we got. To the left of me, to the right of y'all, we got a good friend of mine, my boy Tay, aka Tex, aka Apex Tex.
What's up, man? How y'all doing, man?
They good, you good, we good. To the right of me, I got my man Scoob, Scoob.
Yes, sir.
So first and foremost, Tex is a rapper, right? He's on the scene, he's doing the thing, he's killing it. Scoob, and I have to use this term loosely because he kind of got on me before it. I wanted to call him a producer/engineer, but he said the artist, the rapper comes first. That's correct, right?
Most definitely. I'm a rapper first.
Rapper first. That's what I like to hear. We put it out there. But you got your hand in a lot of different things, which is good with the music, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
So which do you get more of a kick out of?
So the artist piece is most definitely where I started off first. But the engineer piece, I'm not really good. I don't produce, so we're gonna drop that producing part.
Okay, so straight artist and rapper, engineer.
Yeah, rapper/engineer.
So what's the difference between producer and engineer? Because before, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
My personal producer and engineer for this show, my little brother Sauceboy, SOSSBOI. I gotta big him up one time before we get things cracking. And I say producer and engineer because he tells me that's what he is. I'm like, all right, little bro, bet. But I never knew, what the fuck is the difference between producer and engineer. So break that down for me and anyone else.
So my brother's actually a producer.
Okay.
So producers is the people who make the beats. So actually just sitting down on the keyboard or Logic or whatever.
Must have on a beat, hope.
Making the beat. Yeah, everybody like that. Mm-hmm. But the engineer is the person who lays down and records your vocals and puts it on the track. So they take the beat, put it on the track, take your vocals, put it on the track, and then they make everything sound amazing.
So they're putting it. So producers make the beat, but engineer literally makes the whole shit possible.
They make the song better.
Without an engineer, it's no music.
They make the song 10 times better. I'm trying. If you ever hear a song that's raw, you'll be like, what is this, bro? Like if you ever hear like a Lil Uzi song raw, without mixing, mastering, it may sound a little bit sketchy, a little bit different. But they make the song sound better. Sometimes
they really put it together in its true in its purest form.
Yeah, sometimes you may have like some good how can I say, like some good music that's just like raw. Cause some people, like, I know we can tell when the song is not mixed properly. We can tell when it's not.
Yeah,
mixed.
You got a natural ear for it.
Yeah, so like if you listen to like a lot of like, especially like DMV trap music, a lot of that stuff is not mixed. A lot of stuff is not mixed yet.
Yeah, and that does make sense. That does make sense because a lot of stuff sounds good, but in some way, some form, you can hear when a certain thing may kind of sound repetitive.
And like I ain't gonna lie, sometimes like the raw music may sound better than the song that's actually mixed. A lot of times, like I feel like though when you mix a song, you have to mix a song. Like if you really want your song makes it sound good, it's usually people who use auto-tune for real a lot, or like a people who harmonize, like a young boy or a Kodak. They had to get whoever the engineer is amazing,
right?
And like as talented as Kodak, young boy, Fredo Bang, all them is they. I mean, you gotta get credit to the engineer too,
right? Because they put it they're not just putting it together to put it together. They're putting it together based off of their personnel. Like we said before, ladies and gentlemen, music is art, as you can see. I mean, it's not just pushing buttons. It's putting things together to form its purest form based off of what you have and how you're getting it. So we're in the middle of a pandemic, I guess you can call it still. It's kind of slowed down and not as bad as it used to be. But let me ask y'all, just to kind of get off topic, get to more constructive things. During this whole COVID situation, what personally, let's put music aside, what have y'all missed the most? Like what things like it's like, damn, I really missed this. You know, everyone's like talking about, damn, I would have did this, I would have did that. What, like, during COVID do y'all personally say, damn, I would have really did that this past summer or this past spring or this past fall and I couldn't do it?
I mean, ain't nothing much different happening with me. I just be working.
You stay down. You stay down regardless.
I stay low. Good. But, I mean, the only thing that COVID messed up was just my trips, and all I did was just push my trips back. That's it. Mm-hmm. It didn't really like affect me too bad. Yeah, that's about it. And then you know.
I mean, that's a good thing. You stay down. You know what I'm saying? You stay out the way. That's a good thing. What about you, Scoop?
You know, my end, it was basically the trips for real. Yeah. He just said, like, you know, he pushed them back. I was kind of hurt, you know what I'm saying? Like,
brother,
I was supposed to go to Miami with the gang. We were supposed to get lit.
Oh my God!
I had to shut that down. I was supposed to, even the family piece. Like, I haven't seen family that I usually would see.
I was supposed to go to Daytona in April, but I mean, I ended up going to Florida anyway in July. So I was supposed to go to Florida April, Texas, see my peoples in July, but I had to push that back.
So was Florida? Because I mean, from what I'm seeing, I'm outside looking in, but it seems Florida, I mean, they have, you know, they're one of the states in the world, one of the areas in the world, I should say, because other places in the world are taking it more serious than we are, with the highest rate of cases. So, is things changed in Florida? Like, it sounds like they still turned up out there regardless.
Nothing changed, bro. Shout out to Muffin, man, and Lil Will and Bean. Look, we was out there, nothing changed. They said, you know how Florida, they slang different.
Florida is Florida.
Yeah, I was like, man, they talking about let's go to a block party. I was like, I don't know, Slim.
Right.
You like, talking about my man talking about something. Ain't no corona here, bitch. I was like, what?
Would have left. Would have hopped on the Spirit and left. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Besides the trips, of course, the number one thing I would ever say I miss the most, or two things, because it's the top two things that I probably enjoy doing the most. Whether it's one, definitely whether it's warm weather, but the other is all year round. Amusement parks and concerts.
Okay. Yeah. I don't like concerts, man.
I'm such a roller coaster junkie, and like I said, that's when it's hot out, and we was gonna go to like the biggest roller coaster park, Cedar Point. I devastated, but concerts, yeah, like me. I'm the type, I will go to a concert over a club or a party 10 out of 10 times. Like, I fucking love a lit ass concert.
Yeah. Man, we different, cause
so you're, I don't like I know. Concerts. Really? I mean, some people are like that. Some people like, yeah, they're cool. Man, I love concerts, bro. Especially like if it's an artist that you like listen to all day. Right. Man, that shit is
unless I'm performing, but like unless we performing, but other than that, I don't too much like concerts.
Yeah, I only been to 2 concerts before, bro.
So who were the 2 you went to?
I went to Lil Durk concert, and then my brother, he opened up for Meek Mill.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So Durk and Meek, those are 2 hood niggas. So both of them. I know the Durk one was probably Untitled.
That jump was lit.
Right. Yeah.
It was Durk and it was Big Flock first concert when he got out. This was over the last summer type shit. Over the winter.
So they was one concert?
Yeah, it was one concert.
Oh shit.
But like Big Flock, you know.
First and shit. I know that joint was jumping.
Nah, it was lit.
Okay,
lit,
cool.
Sure.
It ended smoothly?
Nah, it ended...
I'm going to say, you saying Flock and Durk.
Nah, it ended pretty cool. It wasn't too much.
I was saying, that
shit in the crowd.
That sound like some unchy shit off rip.
Like, nah, it was some shit in the crowd. It was smooth for the night, for sure.
All right, so let me ask, whether, you know, you're big on concerts, like you say you are, regardless, who's someone that's like on your you have to see perform live list?
That's tough.
Well, I'm gonna go with Young Boy. That's my favorite artist right now.
Young
Boy is 2OC.
Nah, his energy at concerts is probably lit.
Yeah.
Wasn't he at did I see him at Bowie before?
Yeah, he was at Bowie.
He threw 7,000 in the crowd, remember? He came to Bowie.
I was at that show, but why do I barely remember it?
No, I was out in New York, so I ain't even get to see
that's
that.
crazy.
I would have slid though.
I don't remember, but you know what concert I do remember, which was probably like one of the most lit concerts I ever been to. Mm-hmm. So we gotta tell the backstory of this. It was at the 2018 BSU homecoming concert. Was you at that one,
no.
Scoop? All right, so Tay, I know you wasn't there, so let's tell them why real quick. So me and Tay, we played football at Bowie State. We played together for the 2017 and 2016 and 2017 seasons. The 17 was my last season, so after that, during the season, shout out to Debo, our head coach. if you're on the team, you cannot go to a homecoming concert during homecoming week.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Very.
That's fucked
Very. I'm like, hold up. What? Like, aren't we like one of the main?
Yeah.
Well, you can go to the after party. Like, well, he'll let us go to the after party, but you cannot go in the concert. When was the concert? Like,
the concert was like
Friday
on
night,
Thursday.
either Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Our game was on a Saturday evening. Concerts would be on Thursday. But what happened every year? Someone tried.
So, yeah, it usually be the freshmen. It
Yeah,
usually be the freshmen that
be
try.
like, shit, I barely play, or shit, he ain't gonna notice me. He don't know what I look like. I'm quiet. Every year, I was only there for 2. So the 2 years I was there, both years someone tried it. Did they, like, after I left when you were still there? Did anyone try it?
Not that I remember.
Nah, they found.
Not that I remember.
The message probably got
through.
Yeah,
Man, not that I remember.
good. Shout out to them. But the 2018 BSU homecoming concert. And it was in the BSU gym, which, you know, if you've been there, it's not the biggest of gyms. But because it was small, actually made it better. I kind of like smaller venues for concerts. I think they're better. You know, you can stand or sit wherever you want. You kind of feel it more because you're right up on the speakers. It had, it had the whole DMV. It had Wale, Fat Trail, Shy Glizzy, Scola, Moneybagg, Gunna, Lil Baby, who am I missing? Oh, Gunna might not have been there, but Lil Baby was definitely there. I don't know, was Gunna there? I'm not sure. Who am I missing? I said Moneybagg, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said Shy Glizzy. I could be missing somebody, but it was pretty much the whole DMV plus Lil Baby and Moneybagg. But I mean, like, this thing, it went on for a long ass time. And everyone was like, just about everyone, well, Moneybagg and Baby, like all the bigger names that performed, like actually came to the crowd at some point.
Yeah.
Like it was lit. Like I'm like, damn, like this is a lit ass concert. Like I've paid twice as much for shit that was kind of cool. But as far as small venue, that was insane. But overall, best concert experience I've ever witnessed was the Travis Scott concert.
Man,
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I heard Travis Scott concerts be OC. I be seeing videos. I be like, dang.
They're different. They're different. And I'll be the first to tell you they're different when under the influence as well of anything. So I went to his Astro World. His first stop was at Royal Farms Arena in Baltimore. I went. Won tickets, was at the very top. It was me and my cousins. We was at the very top, completely sober. It sucked. Like a month or two later, he was in DC and it was on my birthday. So I'm at work that morning like, shit, I might as well, like, fuck it. Paid like $300 for the tickets, but it was at the very bottom, worth every penny. So I went with my mans and we was faded off of a few different things. It was a great fucking night. But we was front row, and like you said, his concerts are different. Like he like really, like you could tell his effects guy is working his ass off, like seriously. And then like I don't know, it was just insane. And like I said, it was twice insane if you weren't sober, because I'm pretty sure he makes music for people who are off Molly and like the mosh pit. I was not saying I was off Molly or mosh pitting, but you know, I was in that neighborhood. I wasn't on that street. But anyway, let's get back to, you know, the more artistry of things. Let me ask both of y'all, what brings you, you know, your most inspiration as far as making music? You know, whether it was starting off or something that's still going now. What brings you your purest inspiration?
My mother used to be a DJ. Really? So I never forget the first rap song I heard. This one I lived in Arkansas. I was born in Texas, but I lived in Arkansas before I moved to Maryland. But the first very rap song I remember me hearing was "So Fresh and So Clean" by Outkast.
So fresh and so clean.
But like,
that's a smooth song.
My mom was DJing, and then like, I mean, I always listened to music. I always did like, you know, little raps and poetry when I was like 7. Then like when I was 6 years old, I started playing football. So I was just drilling myself with football and track, basketball, all sports. So I was like, man, I'm going to the league. I don't know about y'all. I'm going to the league. You know, different things happen. You know, I told you remember we told our shoulders, remember? Yeah.
Oh yeah. We like, definitely them labrums are some weak. Like unless you're truly strengthening them, those labrums are weak, bro.
But then I was just like, man, what am I going to do after college? I'm gonna keep saving my bread because I know how to make money. But I mean, I ain't trying to have no regular 9-to-5 job, but ain't nothing wrong with a 9-to-5 because I got a 9-to-5 right now.
Of course.
But I mean, I want to be my own boss, so I tell my man, let's be our own boss. So I mean, I always been in entertainment, been into like acting and stuff. So I was like, man, I'm gonna be the next Ice Cube. So I'm gonna use rap. I'm gonna use artists' music as a stepping stone
to elevate you, to bring the other things up with you.
I was like, man, I got a little I got cousins that rap. That's from Texas. One's from Arlington, Texas. One from Fort Worth. Well, 2 from Arlington, 1 from Fort Worth. My cousin Spiffy, you know, he doing his thing. He rising. I got a cousin. I don't know Splurge for real, but he's doing his thing. And then I got my other cousin Spud Boom. So
all out of Texas. Shout out to Texas. That's what's up. So it was always a hidden gem, like that was embedded in your DNA since you hearing So Fresh and So Clean. But just since you realized that's what you had a passion for, since your mom was a DJ. That's interesting. That's very first rap song. I guess you can consider a rap song. Very first song, any type of song I remember. Period. Weirdly was Thong Song by Cisco, because I remember the CD players, the portable CD players, and I remember the CD. It was the black CD with the dragon on, that was Cisco's little thing. But Thong Song, like I was like 4, and I was just rocking out the Thong Song. That's the first song I remember. But Scoob, to get to you, what brings you your inspiration?
All right, so since I was a little kid, I've been like banging on tables, making beats and stuff. I can't make no beats now, but I was like.
But you did at least the grinding beat.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that was the OG shit. Like,
So I was always like, exuberant, like outgoing and stuff. So it got to the point I used to freestyle on the back of the bus, like 2nd grade. No funnies.
Really?
I got I don't even know what kind of phone Shorty was recording off of, but I got this girl. She would video every day me freestyling. Really? To Big Sean, Burn beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Off of that DC too.
All that. And yeah, I was just a rapper for real. But I was just always freestyling and making beats and stuff, making my own beats and freestyling to them. But then I got to the sports piece because I played basketball, which I still do. And the rapping stuff. I mean, I always did it freestyle all the time, but I never like really got into no studio for real. So then my brother, I could say he's my inspiration for the reason I am the person I am today, because he was a big rapper. He went to Bowie State. And
did he play football?
No. He was just a person on campus who rapped.
Okay.
What year he graduate? Tate?
He graduated when I was a freshman, 14. No,
all right,
15 or 14. That was before I got. That was before
he graduated fall 14.
Yeah, so he was a rapper and all that, and I had went to his talent show. They do a talent show at BSU every year, and I went to the talent show, and everybody was rocking with him, and that was just like really inspirational for me. So then the next year, I was a freshman in high school. Winter break, we had that super long winter break with all the snow and stuff where they cut everything off. And he was like, yo, get in the studio with me. And we made a whole mixtape, me and my brother.
Really?
Made a whole mixtape.
Right then and there.
We dropped it, and we had like a lot of support because he had his like BSU people. So we had a lot of support. He had his own like website. This before like SoundCloud and all that was popping. So
right.
He and then so the next year for the talent show, he took me on stage with him. And I was, a little freshman on stage in front of all these college people, and everybody was rocking with it.
Yeah.
And people take out their cameras and all that flashlight, flaring and shit.
Did the rates go up after? I know the rates went up after that. I ain't talking about music rates. You know what rates I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about. Yeah, most definitely.
I know it went up after that.
So after that, we ended up winning the talent show, and then that's when he ended up opening for Meek Mill at the BSU. I ain't going on stage with him then, but we won the talent show, and that put him in a position for that.
But still, that's huge, and that's you know what I'm saying. That's a beautiful thing that he put you on.
I just been rocking with the music piece.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So both of y'all had an element or person that kind of just help bring it out of y'all. That's what's up.
Splurge that. Shout out to him. Even I don't know him like that, but he's actually big now. He was going to be on the XXL one year, but.
The freshman double XL. That's what's up, bro. Man, it's a lot of good talent out here in the music world, man. So let me ask y'all, what puts y'all in y'all most creative element, like right now? We know what got y'all, kind of going, what kind of got the car rolling. What put y'all in the most creative space right now for writing music or rapping or mentally when you go in the booth? Like, what is it that really gets y'all there?
Sometimes it's like this. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. This like a job, but I would say it's like it's a job, but it's just like you have fun with it. So when we be in the studio, we just have fun. Like, I mean, we be serious. Like, all right, we need, like, especially if we pay for the time, the studio time. Like, come on, bro. Like, we ain't got that much time. But a lot of times we like to, you know, have fun with kind of like with our music, so we can, you know. So like, I feel like sometimes if a person uptight, the song probably not gonna sound good. Like sometimes just relax, but still be
because you could feel that. But like just with anything that you have a passion for, that you still take serious at the same time. If you're not having fun with it, you're done with it. Right. So that makes sense.
And for me, like I see what he's saying with the fun piece. For me, I have my own studio, so I just record my own music, you know, mic in my lap or something. But I had the right lights on, you know what I'm saying? I got colorful lights in my joint. I always go with the green lights. That's just my mood, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit green and it's gonna be sweet. And like then that. My mood, like the best songs that come out of me, when I don't have nothing to talk about, I don't really like them songs. Like where I have nothing on my brain. But like whether it's from the relationship stand piece, you know, cause I make all types of music. I'm not like I don't confine myself to one sound. Yeah. So if things going great in a relationship, you know what I'm saying, or if I'm kicking it with my bros or I'm talking about the gang, like I like when things are on my head that I can actually talk about. Like I have one of my favorite songs is I just got spanked in a dice game, and I went and I was
that's the my fault. I thought that was the title. That's a part of the story. Okay,
this
okay,
is the story.
Good.
The name of the song is Hirachi, but I just got spanked in a dice game, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go write a song, bro, cause you know I wasn't trying to like get down. You know, I just lost some bread and shit, but. Just like stuff that actually have stories in it. Like, I don't really like.
So it's called Hirachi, and it came from the inspiration. Came from you getting spanked in a dice game. So yeah. What's the song about?
The song. So basically, I was wearing Hirachis when I got spanked in a dice game, like the shoe. You know what I'm talking about? That was a big key, like 20.
That's probably you. Hirachis are comfortable, so you probably was real relaxed.
Yeah.
Too relaxed. That's probably what did it. I got Hirachis. I know.
Writing the song and some Hirachis about getting spanked in a dice game.
Oh man, music is art. Art is life. Music is life. Seriously, like it really is.
No funny.
So let me talk to you about something in the music world today, right? I was just thinking, right? The biggest impact on music. Rap and hip hop for sure. Biggest impact on rap music by far, and maybe even music of all time, is the Chicago drill scene.
Man, what?
I mean, I'm just thinking like, okay, rap started in New York, right? It started in the Bronx. It was, you know, real hippity hoppity, and then it came to like more gangster rap when Big and in between that you had LL and Big Daddy came who added more harmony to it. And then it went to, you know, Big and Pac. But it's like New York was like the first purest form of, you know, rap and hip hop. We can say hip hop to start, right? And, you know, after that, it kind of went a few different directions. It kind of spread out. But as of now, overshadowing the New York scene when it first came on, and even overshadowing the Atlanta music scene, which I would say is in second place of all time. I would say Atlanta influence kind of knocked off New York's in the, you know, 90s through early 2000s. Yeah. But the Chicago drill impact right now, and I'm talking about the energy, the enigma, I mean, it changed everything. And it started 9-10 years ago, but it's still clearly relevant today in today's music.
I say, like, I ain't gonna lie. Sophomore year, freshman year, sophomore year.
Oh, what, high school?
Yeah, high school, 9th, 10th grade. When Chief Keef came out, that's when the young niggas like 14, 15, like, man, I can do this too. So everybody was starting.
Everyone grew dreads. But
like before then, PG.
Oh yeah.
So we always had dreads.
Yeah. PG, DC, Maryland. You know, it's always, but you know, everywhere else, and Florida, a lot of places always had dreads. Yeah. But that kind of, you know, sparked up. I would say a lot of people went with the twist route after that.
The Chicago drill music scene. I ain't gonna lie. That scene honestly influenced a lot, like the word thought. That came from Chicago.
Ops, like people use their slogan. People will like kind of like adapt lifestyles that they have, like smoking your dead. Ops, it's a lot.
Honestly,
it's ridiculous.
Back then, before Chicago, back then, smoking a homie was paying homage.
Right.
It was paying homage.
Right.
But now, like they saying, now it's
smoking
disrespect.
Smoking a nigga that you killed.
I got family out Chicago on the west side, right? Mm-hmm. My cousin, she told me, she was like, man, back before like this, she said this how the little smoking of a dead homie got started. It was when this I think it was when this rapper, was he a rapper? No, it was when Tuka, I think when he got killed, and then I think FBG Duck, rest in peace FBG Duck, he said in the interview too that at first they was saying smoking the Tuka to pay homage, but then I think the opposition, they ops start saying it too, and it just became elevated to disrespect.
He was like, "Oh, niggas is coming for Tuka saying that," and it probably just snowballed effect and just took off with it.
And another thing, if you a rapper, you say smoking on Tuka or smoking on hookah like Tuka, don't say that. Yeah. Just to let you, don't say that. It's it's just a different world out there. But like I said, it's taken over. It has taken over the world of music. Like I was just looking at a video of some rappers in Nigeria, and they had the drill flow, they had straps all in the video, they had flags all in the video, and I'm like, yo, say what you want, that came from Chicago. It's no doubt about it. Like even right now, if we were to turn on a music video of anyone from a song, who may not be as mainstream, and I say mainstream because, if you're mainstream, you're more underneath a certain type of microscope. Yeah, so it's, of course, legally certain things that you can't do because it's all eyes on you as it is. But just artists in general all over the world, right now, if this was 10, 20, 15 years ago, it wouldn't be as many guns in the video. Mm-hmm. It's hard to throw in a rap music video or rap music video where at least they talking about, where at least they mention, guns or whatever somewhere in the song where it's not straps in the video. Like, 10 years later we're talking and it's still huge. It's still everywhere in the videos. And it's like, I don't think it's going nowhere, but it's like, it has never truly been such a bigger impact. And I'm not saying Chief is one of the best rappers of all time, but I would have to say top 3 biggest influences in the rap game for sure. And he especially was like our generation.
Yeah, and he was like what, 16 when he came out?
Yeah. That's what it is.
That is ridiculous.
Man, shout out to Keith, man.
Yeah, and shout out to Chicago too, because man, listen.
That whole drill, that whole culture from 2010 through like when it was popping through 2010 through 2014, 15.
Oh, that's when it was insane. Mm-hmm. Crime rates went up. Like seriously, like killings like around the world went up off the drill scene alone. But yeah, shout out to Chicago. Shout out, man. Listen, Kevin Gates once said in a song, he would, to kind of switch off topics once. He once said in a song that ass from Houston, but that mouth from Chicago. He was talking about a girl. Man, until recently, I can attest to that statement. I ain't been to Houston yet, though. I said can't really, the second part, but man, Chicago women. I personally shout out to Chicago for real. But to kind of get back on topic, so even DMV, the DMV music scene, like I said, it's the Chicago drill scene affected everywhere. Slightly in the DMV. Let me get my point, because I'm outside looking in. I'm gonna let y'all really speak on this. But from what I see with the DMV music scene, is we kind of adapted it. We kind of took in a little bit of the Chicago drill scene, a little bit of the Atlanta flow. Like their certain structure. Let me get it. I would say a little bit, right? I'm not saying we completely took. I'm just saying a little bit. And then doing a lot of our mix, right? Because what I hear a little bit of the Chicago and Atlanta, but I also hear like a third part to it, right? With them, it's just 1, 2, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. From what I'm seeing, from what I'm hearing, right? But it's our own thing with it, right? Yeah. But like I said, that's just from what I hear. It's like a certain bounce that only we have, but it may have been slightly, touched on by the Chicago scene and maybe a tiny bit of the Atlanta scene. But like I said, from the outside looking in, but y'all the 2 true DMV artists, so I want to hear y'all perspective on it.
All right, so I'm glad you said that. All right, so I ain't gonna lie. So Chicago definitely influenced a lot, like people like a whole generation. That they influenced a whole generation. So I would say like, you know, putting guns in music videos and stuff, wilding with your man, having a music video outside your house, outside your apartment.
I mean, it's lit.
Yeah, it was raw.
That shit is lit.
Raw and authentic. But I would say the flow, the way how a DMV artist rap. All right, sidetrack. Personally, us two, if you hear our music, we don't rap like too much like DMV artists.
Yeah.
Our stuff is like it's kind of
yeah. I'm Scoob. I haven't heard much of yours yet, but Tex, yeah, yours especially yours. Like I fuck with, because like you said, it's different, but it's still it's still a good flow and entertaining at the same time.
It still got that. I mean, it still got a little bit of DMV, because I mean that's how we rap. But like,
but you're not all the way in it a lot of DMV artists are.
I was born in Fort Worth, Texas. Okay. So I listen to a lot of Texas rappers before I listen to like DMV rappers. Okay. But I would say when I was in high school, 2013, when Big Flock hit the scene, when I was in 11th grade, we was going crazy over Flock. Then the song 2 came out when Thrax, when I was in high school, 2013, 2014, Thrax that was it, cause like PG County, we didn't really have nobody. We had DC had Fat Trail and Shy Glizzy
and Wale.
PG County, we didn't have nobody.
That's true.
Then Flock.
Wale is what? Isn't Wale like technically he's Maryland, right?
Man, I don't know what he is. He say Moco. He I know he went to school in Montgomery County. I don't know. He said he grew up in Northeast, but I don't know. Yeah. But like
DMV. So.
Yeah, DC they had Fat Trail and Glizzy. PG County we didn't have nobody until when Thrax came out, like 2013. Then Q the Fool came out 2015, 2016.
Yeah, Q was a big wave in the PG area.
Yeah, I would say when and shout out to Black Fortune too, because he been rapping for a long time too. But I would say when I was in high school as well, it was these two groups I'll never forget. It was Pac Boy Gang and Zoom Gang. I'll never forget. Honestly, we ain't take. If you lived in like, if you went to Frederick Douglass High School, you didn't really take like that type of beat seriously. But they was dissing each other back and forth. Okay. The way how they was rapping, I hear like a lot of like rappers that's outside the DMV rap like that now. Mind you, they was that was back in 2014, 2015. When Q the Fool came out with that punch-in rap, that aggressive punch-in rap, that's that we call the DMV flow. I would say a lot. I think personally, a lot of rappers took that from us. From the two. They especially Q the Fool.
Oh yeah. Nah, Q. So like you said, we've had. Well, DMV in the general has had, all types of artists, Trell, Wale, Glizzy, or whatever, but none of them came on as aggressive, figuratively and literally, as Q did. Like Q came on the beat stomping with Thames.
He was in your face.
Yeah,
he's in your face. I say he's commercialized now because he signed with Def Jam.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
When look, Tyler, what's that song we listened to?
In the car.
It was what was it? It was Walk In. With a bag.
With that bag.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah.
But nah, I most definitely, like, with the, everybody gonna end up influencing somebody else at the end of the day. So
of course.
That ain't nothing.
Yeah.
So I most definitely see what you're saying about the, Atlanta and Chicago and the DMV music. But, like he was saying, it's most definitely some DMV, the third aspect that you was talking about is most definitely being copied elsewhere, and it's like even it's happened with you saw it in the female music scene when Bally Baby came.
She got that from Rico Nasty.
Yeah, I might know. She came to PG or came to the DMV and basically took it back to Atlanta and blew it up. So like that happens more. A lot of people steal the flow from DMV and take it elsewhere, because people always say like, if you got something in the DMV, you gotta take it somewhere else to blow up, which is
crazy.
Which is kind of true.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like Atlanta, you have people who there's so many people that's up because they all collaborate and all that, but in the DMV you have so much hate. So that's why I'm saying it's so easy for people to just take stuff and be like, oh, that's tough, and I take it somewhere else, and then I blow up with that. So it's like, yeah, that's my aspect on it.
That does make sense though. So let me ask y'all this. We on the DMV, so we about to get into something good. I want to ask y'all straight up. Best DMV artist of all time, in your opinion. Who y'all got?
That's hard.
That's hard. Best. And we can, what do we can stick to rap right now. Because if we were talking of all, then we would say Marvin Gaye.
Bro,
but
honestly, okay, you say the best. All right, my favorite DMV artist of all time was between Flock and Fat Trip.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Respect.
When Fat Trip came out, I mean, he was raw. But honestly, to be honest, I'm gonna have to go with Rico Nasty. To be honest,
Rico Nasty.
I'm gonna have to go with Rico Nasty.
Listen, the females are killing. The females are absolutely killing. So I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Who you got, Scoop?
Yeah, my favorite DMV artist of all time is Shy Glizzy. He put so much. I defended him with my life for like 4 years, 5 years.
Bro, I'll never get.
Like, that was my favorite artist, like, ever. Like, we're not even from the DMV, like, just period for a while.
Nah, I rock with Shy heavy.
So that's my favorite DMV artist.
I rock with Shy heavy. And we was just kind of talking about, before we recorded, like, what put him on. And, like, if you know, you remember that. What was the actual name of the song when he rapped over the Chief Keef?
3 Milli.
3 Milli, over the 300 beat.
3 Milli had the whole DMV rocking.
Catch your grandmother and shoot her in the titty.
That's the first time I heard him. I was like, who is this nigga with the pork chop sideburns going off like this? I think that was for a lot of people, too. Once they heard that, they was like, damn, this nigga with the sideburns and a high-pitched voice, he all right. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, Glizzy was he's a big influence, too.
Nah, listen, I fuck with Glizzy and Trell. I fuck with Wale too, but I fuck with Glizzy and Trell more so. Out of DC, I would say Glizzy and Trell are my favorite artists. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm gonna kind of go a little opposite end of the spectrum, literally with this. Right, we talking about DMV. Baltimore likes to consider itself the DMV sometimes when it's something that's beneficial towards it being considered in the DMV. So I'm gonna throw it in the mix, right? And I'm gonna pay homage. I'm gonna pay homage with this one. I say Lil Scooter.
I mean, yeah.
And I know, listen, we know, right? Because we're from here. We know what the deal. But like I said, if we say DMV and we got Maryland and Baltimore is in Maryland, even though Baltimore doesn't consider itself Maryland, but if it were to come to something where it was beneficial, they'd be like, oh yeah, DMV. I would say Lil Scooter. And just because Lil Scooter is one of my favorite artists ever, like I really truly think he would have been better than Meek. Like and yeah, bro. Cause Meek,
I didn't really listen to Scooter like that. I only heard like Bird Flu and Norma Jeans.
Oh no. That's the only See, then that's I'm gonna send you some shit after this. That's exactly why.
Send me that shit. I don't know no songs by Bird.
Really?
No song.
I honestly think y'all will be amazed.
I bet.
Still in the trenches too. Like I think y'all will be. Even one and two, but two, I mean, I still play that. Like, I still play that a lot. Like, but he's just like me because you can feel him on the track. He's one of those artists that you can feel his energy through the track, and not because he's screaming and yelling. And that's not a shot at Meek, because Meek is one of my favorite artists of all time. Mm-hmm. But just still, you could feel his passion and energy when he spoke, and he had bars on top of that. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, so I'm gonna send y'all some shit for sure. Nah, I'm gonna definitely send y'all. Like, please listen to it on the way home once y'all leave here.
I ain't gonna lie, me and my homeboy, we was talking when Lil Scooter got shot, a couple months later, Swipey got shot. Lil Swipey got shot, and we was like, bro, like, dang, like. We lost we lost the artist, and then Baltimore lost the artist like within the same year. Like, what year did Scooter die? 2015 or
2016, I want to say.
Yeah, and then Swipey died 2016. Mm-hmm. So it was just like, dang, like we lost one of our two biggest artists. Swipey would have been definitely
because he was like literally because I didn't know a lot about him, but I know enough to say this. As like right when he died, he had some hot ass tracks like that was like it was like damn, like why did this music happen right as this nigga died? Like that is not how it's supposed to happen.
Swipey was raw, man.
Excuse me, that's insane, man. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna send y'all some shit. But speaking of that, because I said if we were talking music of all time, then I would have said Marvin Gaye. Let me ask y'all this right quick, right? Because we got two artists in the building, so I gotta ask y'all this. Anytime I'm in the presence of an artist, I ask them this. In your opinion, who is the king of R&B? And before y'all answer, can we at least come to terms that is not Jacquees? Nothing against Jacquees. I think he makes decent music to put on a certain type of playlist. If you know, you know. But if you have to call yourself the king of R&B, then you're not the king of R&B.
Nah.
No one gives you you can't tell yourself, you can't tell people what your nickname is. People have to birth you with a nickname, right? So let's just get that out of the picture. But in your opinions, who is the king of R&B?
I can't say his name. I can't say dude's name. I deleted all his music off my phone too.
Are you talking about Kinky Kells? Are you talking about Kinky Kells?
Yes, bro.
Dirty R. I mean, listen, I gotta even the battlefields with this one, right? Because that's what happens when I ask this. People want to say R, but they don't say R. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this: do you still have Michael Jackson music in your playlist? Mm-mm. So you deleted Michael as well?
I'll never get. Me and my ex was watching the Michael Jackson joint up.
The Return from Neverland?
Yeah. Oh, I said, bro. I was like, nah, you gotta delete his shit.
Because he's the king of pop, but no one wants to, bring up certain things with him. But Scoob, who you got? Who's the king of R&B in your opinion? I gotta hear this from artists.
It's R. Kelly in my opinion.
Okay. I mean, so we can even. So what I like to do is I like to go by generation. R. Kelly is definitely in there. Like, I mean, if you really listen to this man's music, it's incredible. It's soul touching. Now, I want to go by generation because I like to say right now we would kind of, say, from what we right now. But overall, over time, let's kind of break it down by generation. Let's see who passed the torch. And at any time, agree or say if I'm kind of fucking up with this. So I like to say from what I know, to start it off, we'll go, like I said, Marvin. I think Marvin had one of the most beautifulest voices ever. Marvin, and we can even split that with Luther.
Yeah.
At that time, we got Marvin and Luther. I say they passed it to. They might have passed it someone in between, but from what I know, I can't think of anybody right after them. It might have been like Babyface or some shit, but they passed it to whoever. And then Kells. I think R. Kelly came after Marvin and Luther. The 90s, they were 70s, 60s, 70s, whatever, 80s, 90s. That's when Kinky Kells came onto the scene and he grabbed the torch and, absolutely annihilated it. King of R&B. I would say Kells passed it on to Usher. I don't think Usher gets quite the because he did a lot of dancing, but as far as truly singing some great R&B hits, I think Usher.
We can't forget about Chris Brown too, though.
Oh yeah, I was gonna get to that. I was gonna get to that. I was gonna get to that. So we got Usher, and then after Usher is Chris, and Chris has it. I would say if of anyone in our generation right now who was born in was Chris born in the 90s?
No, he was born in the 80s.
80s. So let's say born in the 80s and up. I would say Chris, and maybe you in honorable mention Trey Songz.
I got Chris running it since he was.
That's what I'm saying. Since he came on with the joint where he chased Shorty down the street, Chris has definitely been it. But a lot of girls go insane for Trey, and that's a huge part in it. Who do the girls be throwing their panties on stage for? And I guess Trey has it too. But yeah, Chris, we'll say Chris right now, and he got it from Kells. Man, those are two wild boys.
He didn't say nothing wrong.
Yeah, two wild boys.
Chris was young doing it. Virginia.
Yeah, and dancing too. He was a great dancer, but he was a better singer than dancer. All right, so to kind of stay on our top picks for things, I would like to get a top 5 DOA. Top 5 DOA, dead or alive. So we're gonna do 2 parts. One, we got to come up with a collective unit of top 5 rappers of all time, and then after that, we're gonna come up, or we're gonna do our collective or our independently top 5 favorite artists of all time, right? And then we're gonna come together and make 1 5 list.
Okay.
That's cool.
That's straight. As a matter of fact, to make it easier, for our own joint, we're gonna do top 3, and when we come together, we're gonna do a top 5. All right. So let me get y'all opinions first on y'all top 3 artists of all time.
All right, of all time, or just right now?
It can be right now, dead or alive.
Dead or alive.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Top 3, dead or alive.
Hey, look, I'm gonna have to say, man, y'all gonna look at me crazy because this is. What I
got one on there that y'all gonna look at crazy too. It's cool.
All right, Fredo Bang.
Okay.
Alive. Mo 3.
Okay.
Alive. Murder Gang PB.
Murder Gang PB. I know one song by the first artist you listen. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Mo 3, he can sing and he can rap. All right, he can sing and he can rap. Murder Gang PB, he raw. To
you
me,
need one of those.
He raw.
You need one of those.
But that's a lot. But dead, I'm gonna have to say Tupac. Eazy-E was mine. You know, I grew up off of Easy.
Easy was legendary.
And who else?
So I need you giving me 2. I need a 3. So you got to make it half dead and half alive. Half alive.
Dead,
yeah. So this 3 is dead or alive. Literally the top 3. Yeah. So you got to throw both. You got to throw both of them in the mix.
All right, I'm gonna have to say Pac first. Then I'm gonna have to say Fredo Bang.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to say Kodak.
Hey, I ain't mad at that list. Not bad. Like I said, I only know like one song by Fredo Bang. Pac is Pac. Ain't no touching that. Ain't no replacing that ever. And Kodak, a lot of people would say, and don't crucify me for this, y'all. A lot of people would say Kodak is the Pac of this era, 90 Babies and up. So I ain't mad at that. Who you got, Scoob?
So I'm giving 3, right? Mm-hmm. Dead or alive. So my number 1, I got Youngboy.
Okay.
Favorite rapper as of right now.
He snaps hard.
Probably won't change. Number 2, I got Shaggy. Do I got some Get My Dead? Because I don't need.
No. It don't have to be nobody that's passed. Nah, it's cool.
My number 2 is Shaggy Lizzy.
Okay.
I already told you about that. How I felt about that. He was 1 for a minute, but Youngboy knocked him off. And then number 3, Q the Fool, because that's just like I watch bruh grow. No
yeah, like we said, Q comes on the track with Tim's stomping.
and it's really like the old Q the Fool, for real.
Old Q,
like,
bro.
Yeah,
I be trying to tell
the new
people.
stuff he be dropping is cool, but the old Q the Fool was most definitely an icon in my
Sticks
eyes.
and Stones Q.
Yeah, most definitely. Like catch up Q. Like it's OC, bro.
I respect that to the fullest. Mine, I've always have listened to like more. Like I've always been heavy on like lyrical stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's like a mix of lyrical and if I can feel that artist through the speakers. First and foremost, who I think is the greatest of all time is Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G. He's number 1 on my list of all time. Just lyrically, he was insane. Pac probably had a bigger influence and was more felt, but just I don't think lyrically anything came closer to fucking with Big. Got Big number 1. 2, I have Gotti. Yo Gotti. Yeah, I got, cause I mean, it's weird, but like Gotti kind of I like how he's always talking on his hustle tip. Mm-hmm. He's always talking about the way he's just laying out game for how a real nigga moves, hustle tip, you know what I'm saying? Of course the coke part I can't really relate to, but just in general the hustle mentality. And Jeezy too, and a lot of people would have Jeezy over Gotti, but I just felt Gotti was a little bit more lyrical than Jeezy. So I got Gotti number 2. I just like the shit that he instills. He lays a blueprint out, and I really fuck with it. 3, I got Kodak, like you said too. And
Kodak, bro.
Yeah, Kodak. Like I said, I mean, from the 90s up, I think Kodak is one of the best artists ever after 90s or whatever you want to call it. And I guess you could say even like just with the kind of like the R&B joint, my favorite 3 of all time. It's like a generational thing. If I want to listen to some old school 90s hip hop, I put on Big. You know what I'm saying? To listen to some lyrical shit. If right now I want to hear an old head, or not an old head, I can't say that, an OG talk, some shit that I need to hear about money, women, just some motivational shit with some bars, I'll put on Gotti.
I listen to Nas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Nas is insane. And then if I want to hear some shit right now that's just like all of the above and some shit I can more relate to, like more personally relate to because we're closer in age. Mm-hmm. And Kodak is just fucking raw. Like when he first came on, he was very lyrical, and he still was. Like I think after like one was the Little Big Pac. No, he was still lyrical, but he was more passion in that joint. Like Gave It All I Got, Perp. Like you felt a lot of Kodak's passion in that. And then like even now after that, it seems like Kodak started freestyling more. Not saying it was bad at all, because it was still great music. Mm-hmm. But he started freestyling more because I guess he would just have so much on his mind he couldn't write down. He just went into the booth and just spat what he felt at the time.
A lot of times when artists do that though, it be from like time constraints. Sometimes in the studio, because especially if you pay for a studio, if you pay for studio time, you gon'. That's why that's one reason why a lot of artists do freestyle nowadays.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
That makes sense though. I never thought about that. All right, so we got to come together for a collective top 5 DOA. All right. And I'm listen. All I'm gonna say is we got to pull one from to start. We got to pull one from each. Pac from yours, Big from mine. You had Trell. No. I'm sorry. You had Glizzy, Q. And who was your third?
Youngboy.
And Youngboy. Who do you? Yeah, I was ready. I was gonna say Youngboy. Yeah,
Youngboy for sure.
Okay. Young Boy. So far we got Pac, Big, and Youngboy. And Youngboy, yeah, especially like right now, if you would ask any anybody, you know, our little siblings, close to our age, our aunts, like absolutely, like.
I think like Young Boy like is there like.
Oh yeah, it's nothing above it.
Yeah. But I mean,
I'm gonna say something that I tweeted it like a week ago, and I got 0 likes and I got 15 quote tweets. Like people was really out quoting my shit.
Oh yeah. What did you say?
I tweeted. I said NBA YoungBoy is the 2020 Michael Jackson, and I still stand to that to this day. YoungBoy is Michael Jackson.
I lied. I forgot. How could I forget? I'm stupid for this. Lil Wayne is my favorite rapper of all time.
And you know what's crazy?
Lil Wayne is my favorite rapper of all time.
You know what's crazy, Tex? I don't think you've ever told me this before, but like leading up to this interview, I'm like, yo, why do I feel like Wayne is like one of his favorite rappers
Wayne
ever?
Is my favorite rapper of all time.
Okay, so Wayne got to go through in the top 5.
Yeah, Wayne is my favorite rapper.
Yeah, so
I got to knock Fredo Bang off.
Okay, boom. So he's off your list and the top 5. So our top 5 DOA collectively, we got Big, we got Pac, we got Wayne, we got YoungBoy. Kodak. To kind of even it out with YoungBoy, huh? Well, how about this? Because we both said Kodak. Let's just give it a YoungBoy / Kodak.
Okay.
Because I want to put Kodak at that 5, but then that's kind of, you know, disregarding a lot of older great artists. But at the same time, him and YoungBoy, they the Big and Pac of this generation. So we'll give NBA / Kodak. That's that 4th spot. So for the 5th spot. For the 5th, who y'all feeling to put up there? Because it's a lot of artists I wouldn't be mad at. Like you said Nas early. Like listen, Drake. Nas. I wouldn't be mad at Drake being up there. I wouldn't be mad at Nas being up there. I wouldn't be mad at neither one of those. There's a lot of artists that can go right there that like you cannot be mad at.
I say Drake.
Drake.
Lil Wayne passed the torch to Drake. If we want to do the like he just did with the R&B stuff.
Boy, I'm trying to tell you, No Ceilings. Oh, that's the
one of the greatest mixtapes of all time.
But I'm going with Drake on that 5th.
Yeah, Drake for the 5th. Drake for the 5th. I'm cool with that too. All adjourned. Drake for the 5th. I'm with it. I'm with it. All right. So last favorite piece, if you would. What's your favorite song of all time?
That's hard.
I know. Did I prepare you for this? Did I tell you this was going to be on it? I don't think I did. I apologize for that, my brother. I apologize because I know that takes a lot of thinking. Your favorite song of all time. We can go favorite rap song and favorite just song of any genre that you've ever heard. Either one, whichever one y'all can kind of because I know that can take days.
Can I say my favorite song right now?
Yeah.
My favorite song right now is Televised by Murder Gang PB. If y'all know who Murder Gang PB is, bro, just go and look him up, bro.
Murder Gang Pee Wee or PV? PB?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the dude you named earlier. Okay, you said it's Televised?
It's Televised.
Televised with a D?
Yeah, he from Fort Worth, but he was dissing he was dissing the Sauce Factory in that jump. You know the Sauce Factory?
You talking about the Sauce Brothers?
Sauce Walker and them.
Yeah. Really?
But they squashed it.
Okay, and they all from Texas. Was the Sauce from like Walker from like Houston?
Sauce from Houston.
Okay.
Murder Gang from Fort Worth.
Okay, Texas on the scene heavy. You got anything on your mind right now?
For right now, I'd probably say Congratulations by Shaq Lizzy. I know that joint word for word.
Man,
that joint is OC, bro. It just a real
congratulations.
Congratulations. That joint is OC.
The way that joint comes on, like the beat at the beginning, that's definitely one of those songs that you feel.
Nah, like that's the realest song I ever heard.
Yeah.
Of this era type.
Yeah.
Like, that joint is OC, bro.
Nah, that's a song that you feel. I like that.
That's my favorite joint.
No, I like 6 Sense by Kodak. It's so many songs, bro.
Yeah. So Kodak got a lot of Kodak. Yeah.
Or my other joint, bro. I can go Gospel by Kodak.
Ooh.
That joint. Come on, bro.
Institution in general. That whole, what was it, an album or a mixtape?
That was a mixtape.
Yeah, it was a mixtape?
Yeah.
Nah.
Just the whole Institution.
Gospel, bro.
Man.
That joint hit different.
Yeah, Gospel did. So is that your favorite joint off Institution?
I wouldn't say it's my favorite joint, but like it's the most memorable joint.
Yeah, because that joint, like we said, you feel Kodak. Kodak speaks to you, and then we kind of relate to him. Like, yeah, Gospel was one. That's one of them joints. You know what I'm saying? You play nighttime, you cruising down the street somewhere. Right. You play Gospel, it hits different.
Most definitely.
I feel you on that one, brother.
So yeah, Congratulations and Gospel. They're my 2 joints.
I like that. Yeah. I mean, me, of course, I've had plenty of time to think about this because I've been waiting to ask this for a minute. But mine is still real basic. My favorite song of all time just because I like music, you know, that kind of puts me in a vibe, or music I can vibe to, is Way Too Gone by Jeezy and Future. And it's like a basic song. Like, not a lot of people are like, okay, that's, I guess, but I don't know. I guess it comes from when I first heard it. It was just such a memorable moment when I first heard it that it kind of just stuck with. Because a lot of music, old music that we, I forgot where it was, but it's a study. A lot of old music that we cherish is because of the memory that came with it while we first listened to it. So mine is Way Too Gone.
Yeah, who you was around, or like the actions that was
what you were doing, you know, how you were feeling. A lot of memory. So I guess I just had, I can't remember what it was, but I remember the first time hearing it, but I don't think that was my greatest memory from it. But Way Too Gone by Jeezy is by far my favorite song of all time, because it's like, it's coming on 10 years old, and I still like bump it like it's brand fucking new.
You can't I forgot Hustlers. It's so many Hustlers music by Lil Wayne.
Ooh,
that was tough too.
Yeah, that talks to you. All right, so speaking of these great artists that we have a segment called This or That that I haven't had on this show in a minute, but I thought this was the perfect opportunity to bring it back. So this is This or That, ladies and gentlemen. How this works is pretty simple. I'm gonna lay out two options for y'all, and you'll have to choose one or the other. You have to choose this or that. All right. Since we have two artists on the scene, we're going to keep it music related. This or that. All right. So to start with, and this is going to be all artists. All right. So you just got to choose one or the other. To start with, all right, we're going to, you know, start just like everything else in the show, structured wide. We're going to pass the torch. So we're going to start at the top. This or that. We got Big or Pac. Biggie or Tupac.
I'm going Biggie.
Going Big.
Dang.
I know you going Pac. You ain't even
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a person. I give credit where credit's due. I listen to Pac because I can relate to Pac more. Biggie, as far as like rap, he was the way how he flowed, the way how he spit. It was just raw and different and authentic. I mean, I like Biggie, but I couldn't really. I wasn't selling drugs and shit. I wasn't like, you know.
I mean, a lot of people said about Pac. They felt Pac's more passionate, and they, you know, felt him more, could relate to him more. So that's
I mean, but I ain't gonna lie. Who's the better rapper though? Biggie, yeah, but Pac is my favorite.
Okay, more personal level. You going with Pac, and Scooby going Big. All right, cool. Next one. I think this is a good one. Jay-Z or Lil Wayne?
Wayne.
Yeah, I'm going Wayne. I'm going Wayne all day.
Hey, no hesitation. I thought it was going to be a little bit more. And you know, it's crazy. So I have a couple friends that I asked that to. And it's okay. Let me just throw this out there. Y'all were born after 94.
Yeah.
What year were you born?
96.
What year were you born?
99.
Okay. Boom. There you go. So nothing against y'all, but it seems I've done a study. I've done a personal day-by-day study. It seems that people who were born, it's like some 95s, but definitely 94 and below. Some 95s will say Jay.
I mean, okay, but I got a question for you, right?
Yes, sir.
When did Jay-Z ever like really take over the rap game? Because you had DMX one year. You had
him. I mean, him.
You had 50 another.
He was actually on before X because he was bigger. X was nobody, and they actually battled. And like way before X got put on, they actually had a battle that wasn't recorded because X had music that wasn't out at the time. They battled at a pool hall in the Bronx in like 90 something. I don't know, but this was when the Rough Riders was getting established. They had a battle. Like, they actually fucking, like, DMX and Jay-Z rap battled. And someone has a snuck bootleg footage of that somewhere, and I would pay good money to see it. But, I mean, what helped was Big passing because he started with Big Daddy Kane, and then he was rocking with Big. So he's always been around, great figures. But with Big pass, that was kind of his opportunity to, and Jay, the thing with Jay was, from my recollection, he not introduced, but he definitely did a lot of things that weren't really thought about at the time, like talking about so much money and jewelry and champagne and Cristal when he was repping Cristal and Lexuses and Benzes. That wasn't as brought on the spotlight until Jay brought it on. Like, even now, if you listen to a lot of shit that Jay talked about and Reasonable Doubt and whenever, like just back in the late 90s, it was a lot of stuff that now people, it's like being rotated. You know what I mean? I would kid you not, just listen like, damn. There's a lot of stuff he's saying like way back then, like that right now you would kind of hear, kind of being brought back to light, which is crazy. But I mean, lyrically, I would say, like you said with a Big and Pac, lyrically, Wayne. Jay, I say Jay because I just like, reason why I like Gotti, I like hustlers with music because I just feed off that hustler mentality, and I don't know, that's more of a personal connection. So I would say Jay. And plus just the Blueprint is probably my favorite album of all time. There's just so many classic songs on there that has great memories for me.
What's your favorite song of that?
Girls. girls, and that's because when I was a youngin', you know what I'm saying, I was, you know what I mean, yeah.
Thanks.
All right, so we gotta give credit to the ladies on this one. So for the next this or that, we got Cardi or Meg, and this was kind of hard to think of because I wanted to put Nicki in there, but that's kind of a league of its own, and we're gonna get to that later. But we're gonna give love to the women, female artists, this or that, Cardi or Meg.
Meg, all the way Meg.
Meg over Cardi.
Meg, I'm from Texas too. Meg, well, born in Texas.
Yeah.
I'm going Cardi.
You going Cardi?
You going Cardi?
Yeah, bro.
I would go Cardi too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Bro.
I would too. I would too.
That Bodak Yellow most definitely strike, bro.
I would go Cardi too.
I heard Kodak Black wrote Bodak Yellow.
I don't think he wrote it, but it was his flow.
It for sure.
Yeah,
I heard he get a percentage off of that though.
I mean, I would hope so. But she even admitted, like, she was like you can hear no flocking all day.
It's no flocking.
I like it, man, Meg, because, bro, it's just Meg, her flow, and like the beat she be rapping over. She rapping over like hard ass nigga beats.
Yeah.
To me.
No, I love Meg too. No, like Shorty is OC on the rap, but I take Cardi.
Yeah, I would go Cardi.
My favorite female rapper, Rico Nasty. You already know.
Rico.
Yeah.
Rico's hot.
Yeah. So I went to a last year I went to a I think it was a YG concert, and somebody else after, I can't remember, but Meg was one of the opening acts, and let me tell you, this was in Bristol, Virginia at Jiffy Lube Live, so it was packed. It's a huge venue. It was a lot of people. Meg opened, or was one of the opening scenes. I have never seen so many tall, beautiful women in my life. And when I say tall, I mean 6 feet and up.
Yeah.
She brought the stable. Like, she literally, I didn't know this many tall, badass women existed. And they just,
together,
yo, you said I gotta go down south?
Go down south. My mother tall.
Oh my goodness. It was insane. Like, I was like, yo, I'm talking 6 feet and up, and I'm like, yo, these are trees I would go Tarzan on. Like, I did not know that shit existed, and it was just so many of them, and thanks to Meg. So shout out to Meg for that.
Yeah.
All right, so next on the list for this or that, going to the A, we got Young Thug or Future.
I'm going Young Thug.
That's tough. I know that's tough. I know it is. That's tough.
I mean, Future most definitely been around, and he been making hits for a brick. But I'm going Thug.
I might have to say Future because ever since Future came out, he was always on the charts.
Yeah.
From Racks. Racks. Was it Young Boy Move That? Was it Young Nigga Sell That? Move That Dope. You had Mask Off. You had Future had Future.
First time I heard him with Tony Montana and what was the other one? Magic. Walla Magic.
Bruh, Future had
even
so
before
many
that.
hits.
Yeah. He Dirty Sprite. So Dirty Sprite 1, not the one y'all know. So yeah, Future. How I see it, Future had always had hits and bangers. Yeah, I would say hits and bangers. Future has always produced bangers.
I'm gonna go with Future.
Always. And Thug is just a whole nother level. Thug transition.
He's really creative.
Yeah, he's creative and transitioned the whole Atlanta scene, like literally. And there's so many that just kind of, took his way after. Or not took his way, but kind of,
He made colognes.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
But Future, in my opinion, has like the better career or whatever. But I most definitely, if I had to pick one, I'm taking Thug for sure.
I respect it. I personally would probably go Future, just because, like I said, I've been listening to his catalog since when was that?
Future came when my first heard. 2009.
Yeah. He was out. Yeah, he was out since like 08, 09. I started for listening to him in 2010. I was like, wow. Remember? And then like a year or two later, same damn time, I listened to that for like a whole year straight. Yeah.
Every year he had a hit. Every year.
All right, so we're gonna get into more today's era for the this or that. Next one we got Kodak Black or NBA Youngboy.
I'm gonna go with Kodak, man.
If you asked me this a year ago, I would have said Kodak. Oh, yeah, like a year and a half. I'm going Youngboy for sure. So he already my number one.
So what changed it in the past year?
What changed it?
Yeah.
Alright, so Youngboy, he's most definitely, he's been dropping OC consistently. I know Kodak locked in all that, he can't drop. But it was at one point where they were like neck and neck. Even me and my good friends, we was talking like, we don't know if it's Youngboy or Kodak. I mean, yeah, if it's Youngboy or Kodak.
Right.
But then, of course, Kodak getting locked up is most definitely. I think that's influenced a little bit, like towards my decision.
Yeah, it's helped.
But Youngboy is like he just kept dropping and keeps dropping. He's dropped 3 albums this year.
Yeah, he does drop a lot of songs.
That's what I'm saying. So like
great songs too,
and it's consistent to me, and it's not like he like falling off or nothing like that. So he's most definitely earned number 1.
I ain't gonna lie, we can't forget about Lil Baby though.
Lil Baby. So if I Lil Baby was on I had like 10 of these, and Lil Baby was on one of them. I didn't know who to exactly put against him. I would have probably had to put Youngboy against Baby, but then it was like Youngboy is just better off going against Kodak.
Yeah, because I mean they get Youngboy and Kodak get compared.
Yeah,
the most,
yeah. But Baby, like I said, in my opinion, right now in the rap game, Baby is the hottest. I would say Baby is at least one of the top 2 hottest. In my opinion, who I think is the best in the rap game right now is Griselda. That's my type of time. I like, old school bars, just raw shit. And, they talk a lot about coke and shit, which I can't relate to, but it's like they got bars.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna get credit where credit's due. Me and my engineer, we were just talking about this too. We were talking about, man, who gonna knock Drake off his throne? Because I think Drake is the best overall artist of all time.
I'll attest to that.
He's the most.
Oh, you talking every category? Just every he can hop on any type of song. Whether it's a hard ass rap song, he will hop on it and body it. Whether it's like some melodic shit or whether it's an R&B song with a chick, hey.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to with this list. I'm gonna have to go with
Kodak. So we got Kodak and NBA. Tiebreaker for me. Kodak was in my top 3 favorite artists to listen to of all time. So I would go with Kodak as well. A lot of Kodak hidden shit is great. Like people know Kodak like his albums, but a lot of his old shit and hidden shit that you can only find on like Spinrilla and you gotta like dig for. It's some great fucking songs.
Yeah, we got the same thing.
Yeah, same way. I was already saying it's like the same thing with Youngboy. Like they just got such a huge catalog.
I'm gonna tell you, like my homegirl from Florida, like 2015, 2014, she got me hip to Kodak.
Same.
No Flocking came out 2014.
Yeah, he was popping before that.
Yeah,
I agree. All right, so with the last one, this or that, I wasn't even gonna throw this one on there. I was going to end it with the Kodak NBA because that's this era, but I got one that I want to throw in there for like a bonus, right? And the reason why I call it a bonus is because it's between 3 artists instead of 2, right? Okay. So for this last bonus, this or that, pick one. We got the 3-headed monster: Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar.
You should have just left. You should have left Drake off there. Just did Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick.
It's Drake.
He's in a world of his own, right?
Hold on.
But we can break it down. So is Drake better on every category?
No,
like
I mean
bars,
they most definitely no.
Like everything. So let's say so if we were going overall, we would say Drake. I think all of us can attest to that. Let's say bars. Who has the best bars out of them 3?
Kendrick.
I go Kendrick too.
Bars.
Kendrick.
J. Cole, he spit a lot of reality.
Yeah, he does.
But I think Kendrick got the best bars.
And Kendrick has some shit that you have to be able to really pick up what he putting down. Like
you gotta lock in.
Me personally, I would say Cole though.
Cole?
Yeah.
Has the best bars?
Yeah, I think so. Kendrick bars are insane, but is it like a every minute of the day situation where you can listen to Kendrick? Me personally, I can't. I can do that with Cole. Sometimes with Drake.
No, I can't. I
can listen to Cole all day. I can't listen to Kendrick all day.
Yeah. But if it came to like a certain like Eminem-esque type flow like that, then yeah, Kendrick, because he's the most diabolical, talented lyricist of that group by far. And I would give him that. But if it came to every day, if I had to listen to one artist to listen to all day, I would have to go with Cole.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I mean Kendrick got the best bars. Drake is the best overall, but like you said, like I can relate to J. Cole more because I remember the song "Wet Dreams."
Yo,
how you losing your virginity?
Yes, that song is
like
great.
You can relate to stuff like that.
That song is golden because like when we was young and we was virgins, like we tried so hard to like fake like we wasn't, and I be looking back at it now like bruh, like I probably would have got more action if I didn't fake like I wasn't a virgin. Like, I used to be like, man, come on now. I put it down.
I told people I was a virgin.
Yeah, I was on some bullshit.
I was
on some bullshit.
Yeah.
I was on some bullshit. I was just like Cole, you know what I'm saying? That shit. That's why I said Cole. Yeah, Cole, bro. It's Cole. All right, so we're gonna, you know, kind of show a little bit of love to another part of the rap game that is really booming right now, like we said before, which is the impact of the female artists at the moment. Right, and speaking of which, so I saw, you know, recently on your song Zodiac, you have a female from a female artist, and who looked like she came on a joint hot, like came on a track hot.
Adonai.
Adonai?
Her name Adonai. I'm gonna tell you about her.
Adonai
is raw. She's raw. Honestly, all my men who I work with.
Yeah, because I saw another one, but you know, the most recent I saw was from Zodiac.
This is a female, like, yeah. The way how she spitting, her delivery. Not only that, she's versatile too. I mean, by versatile, okay, when she rap in English, she do some trap shit. But when she talking in Spanish, it's more like a love, like a
Spanish.
more.
She's Latina.
Yeah, she's Panamanian.
Yeah. Wow. That's
so
dope.
she can like so
she has tracks in both English and Spanish.
Yeah, so she can like when she do Spanish, it's more like some more feel love song. But when she like
it's a beautiful
English, it's just straight. Yeah, nigga, I'm in your face.
Yeah, like I said, she came on that joint hard. I'm like, damn, because it literally came from nowhere. I'm listening to her, I'm hearing you, and then she boom, I'm here, niggas, what's up? I'm like, damn, that joint hard.
She raw. Shout out Adonai.
Shout out Adonai for the song Zodiac. So have y'all ever pulled a chick like straight off y'all Zodiac? I mean, you said in the song, have you really truly pulled a chick off your Zodiac sign alone? Really? Yeah, me too. Like it's weird. Like chicks kind of take that a little bit more personal than we do.
Honestly, I don't.
It's stupid to me, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't. Nah, it's kind of weird to me too. Like I don't do Zodiac. I don't get into Zodiac. But like, I mean, the reason we called this song Zodiac because we was just like, what we gonna call this song? And then like the first couple of bars I said something about Zodiac. I was like, this. I mean,
it's a great marketing plan if you ask me. Like we said, females love Zodiac signs, so they see a song called Zodiac, boom. What's your sign?
A Scorpio.
So what's y'all like compatible sign?
Man, I get. It's like
because a lot of females tend to say that they want to stay away from Scorpios.
Man, you either get this. You either say we toxic or loyal. It's one of those two.
Really?
It's weird because I'm like, okay, honestly, like I said, I don't get into zodiacs like that. It all depends how a person is raised.
It depends who you are. Yeah.
But like, it's just like I get one here that like when I'll be hearing like we crazy, then I get a here we good in bed, then I get another here say we toxic, then I get another here saying we loyal.
But you can say that about anybody. That's what I'm saying.
Weird. I don't really care about it.
What's your sign, Scoop?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Ah, my brother, me too.
Oh, for
so
real?
November 29th.
Oh, December 20th.
December 20th.
Like
you just made it. My dog. So have you had like a Gemini or Aries female, like kind of, because those, you know, are two top most attractive opposite signs that kind of, you know, oh my gosh, you're a Sag, like yeah.
Nah, bro, I ain't never.
So how'd it work for you?
Bro, I don't even know, bro. Folks because
they ask for the sign, you tell them, and it just
for a while I ain't even like know what the hell I was like sign wise, because I never got into none of that, and like I don't really. Like, no funnies, I don't know none of the signs that the girls I done mess with. I really don't. Like, I don't really care. Like, I know the birthday, but I ain't knowing no signs.
It probably started in like college, where I kind of like, oh wow, okay, so there's like traits that come with when you were born. Yeah, I didn't know that.
They've been talking about that since I was in high school, but like, I mean, people say because like I think like because I'm quiet I don't say too much. Like I ain't gonna lie, I don't be.
So
they
try to depict what it is.
Yeah, I don't be going. I ain't gonna lie, I don't be going like smack at girls for. I kind of like it. Kind
you set it up for them.
Yeah, I kind of let things fall in place. I won't approach you first.
Sometimes you gotta lay out the mouse trap. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. So to kind of try to get back to the female topic, so it seems like even with the what was her name again? So Adonai. I was going to say Chardonnay. Adonai. No disrespect. So even with her on your song, it's just her doing her thing. Before, it's like a lot of female artists now that are just solo out here just ripping it by themselves and themselves only. When before, it kind of took a female to come out of a group, right? And I personally would say not only to pay homage to the person who kind of broke that barrier is not only, in my opinion, the best female artist of all time, but the one who truly kicked down the door of I have to be in a group to be successful. Like, you know me with my group, nah, you about to know me just for me and me only, was Nicki.
Facts. I get it, yeah.
Yeah, because like she got put on through people like Gucci and Wayne put her on big time. But like she did not need Wayne at all, like to be successful. Because like, you know, Kim and Foxy, a lot of people will, you know, give credit to them, and I pay my homage to them as well. Because, you know, like we said, we, you know, grew up to that type of stuff. But, you know, it was like Foxy was always with The Firm, you know what I'm saying, or with Jay and that kind of, you know, she had tracks off of them. Or, you know, Kim with, you know, Biggie and Puff and Bad Boys and whatnot. So it was like Nicki was the first one that was just her. And she was just, man, I have to pay homage to Nicki because she was fucking raw.
She was, yeah.
But Nicki is like the GOAT.
Nah, yeah, she most definitely is.
She held it down for
a female artist. She is the
for a minute.
GOAT.
Nah, I grew up. I know all Nicki lyrics, bro. Like, no funny.
I mean,
grew
listen,
up,
like, yo,
with no shame either. Like, I grew up listening.
Man,
to her.
But you know who y'all need to get hip to, bro.
Who?
She from Dallas. Her name is Enchanting. She sing and she rap. She
I feel like I've heard that name before.
Nah, she
it's
definitely
like Love
bro.
Enchanting or something like that.
Love Enchanting.
Love it. I'll be posting on IG. Nah, she like that.
I definitely feel like I've heard that name before. But yeah, and like I said, it's just her, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's
She
a lot
just
of
signed with Brick Squad.
right. And so she's with the is she with the new 1017?
Yeah, she just signed.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
He just posted a picture, so she was probably in there. But like we saying, it's so many females out here by themselves killing it. And just in general, females are killing it. They are really applying pressure right now. I mean, niggas is running, you know what I'm saying, with that running full speed, but women are applying pressure with no letting up in the rap game right now, and I'm all for it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a lot of female artists. I hear it, but I don't study it enough to really truly say that I know them. Like, I know that, you know, I know Rico Nasty, I know the girl was in Mulatto, I know what's Quavo girl named Saweetie, you know what I'm saying, that are rappers. I know, you know, I know of them, but I haven't studied it enough, but I hear it. I'm constantly hearing it. I'm like, damn, like, yo,
well,
it's no letting up.
I'm gonna give you a suggestion of who to listen to.
Yeah, put us on.
Flo Milli.
You
You never heard that name, bro? Shorty, like the best. She's my favorite rapper.
I'm pretty
between her and Rico Nasty, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard a female say Flo Milli. Where's she from?
Alabama. Yeah. Flo Milli shit.
I like Tiara. What's her name? Tiara.
Oh god, Tiara Mac. I don't know what the fuck I was about to say.
But nah, Flo Milli for sure. Clock in.
Yeah, and they're, like I said, they're killing, they're running the game, and it's just, like I said, it came from them not having to be attached to anything before, that's just how it was in the 90s. But speaking of that, let's just overall compare and talk about, because everyone wants to, you know, dog one versus the other, today's music versus the golden era of rap or hip hop, like, which they consider, which was the 90s, the late 90s, early and mid to late 90s, I should say, like 97, around 98, 99, around that area. Because like a lot of music we play now, if y'all dads are what, in y'all 40s, in their 40s, late 30s,
yeah,
40. So anyone in their 40s right now who was like our age, like say our age in the 90s, right? If they heard, you know, they hear shit now, it'd be like, man, that shit is garbage. Like y'all, and it's not even necessarily garbage. You just have to realize everything changes, everything transitions. That's just all that is.
No, I see what you're saying. I think like the sole difference between music from back then and music now is like they actually like relied on their voices. So like now it's, even if you rapping, like all these rappers who you hear, it's auto-tune behind it.
Yeah, if you my bad, my bad, Scoop.
Go ahead.
I'm saying if you actually hear, like, you don't even gotta be singing, like, to use auto-tune. If you hear Moneybagg Yo and the Baby, they don't really sing, but they have auto-tune on their voice because that's their sound. They have auto-tune on their voice. If you really hear it, it's just turned down low.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I think that's like the biggest difference. I mean, like you had the singing from back in the day with the R&B, and then you had the rappers like Snoop Dogg and all them.
Yeah, it was
like,
separate.
Yeah, but it was like, it was just the beat and then their voice. You know what I'm saying? The beats have changed a lot. It's a lot going on in our beats now. And for somebody that's older, 40 or 50, it don't even like. It don't really suck, but it just scared them because they're not used to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
like
it.
They used
like
to the
that.
simple beats and stuff, and then it's like all this extra stuff is just throwing them off.
I'm not even going well. My mother loved Key Glock.
Really?
Yeah, she loved Key Glock.
Yeah.
I like the like I was saying, the more melodic approach that the music is taking nowadays. I personally do like it, like, cause it's not necessarily changing it in a bad way, because you still have thorough shit like Dirk. Like Dirk is thorough as fuck, but he has a lot of melodic music. Young Boy, thorough as fuck, but he has a lot of melodic shit. Kodak, whoever you want to say, and even Wayne has some shit like you said with like.
I think Wayne started.
Yeah, I was ready to say Wayne. That's crazy
that.
that we said it at the same time. Like even with like Hustler music, that was a melodic track, but had a lot of thorough ass soulful takes on it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like that approach. You know what I'm saying? That more melodic approach. I like listening to shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Dirk, or even like Boogie, because Boogie will sing. He'll sing about like
PNB. I like PNB.
Yeah, PNB. Like I like that approach towards the music nowadays.
Sure.
But like you said, it scares them. You know what I'm saying, you fear what you don't know.
I think sometimes it may scare some people because, like, I ain't gonna lie. To me, a lot of that stuff is kind of, not a lot, but sometimes it get, some of that stuff is depressing. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I can't listen to Rod Wave a lot.
I've never heard.
I can't
I know who
listen.
Rod Wave is, but I've never heard a
It be
song of Rod
depressing.
Wave.
Same thing with like.
I just didn't know his.
Probably
Same.
so, but I didn't like download any of, just because like I know what he talks about. Like I said, if I'm hearing that melodic, the melodic shit, I want it to be about straightforward shit. I don't want to hear it being melodic and it's talking about some like depressing or some girl leaving you. Like that's a double entendre that I don't need. Like I don't mind it being on a certain type of subject, but I don't know. That's just not my type of. You know what I'm saying?
I can't listen to Young Boy all the time too. I get angry if I stay listening to Young Boy. I don't know why.
Strap up the black forces. It'll do it, brother. It'll do it. Well, nah, it is a good approach. Kind of to switch before I get to that. So how we saying like how they look at it now, they may be scared of what they not know. Can y'all imagine the music that's going to turn us off by like 10, 15, 20 years from now? Like what do it? Yeah, there's some stuff because it does have its level of corniness. But I'm saying like imagine it being magnified times 10. Imagine 15 years from now what we're going to think of the music. Like we're going to be the old heads that's like, yo, turn that whack ass shit off. They be like, you tripping old head? This that shit.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie.
Like what the hell is it going to be? Like
I don't know what it can evolve to.
Yeah, like what it feels like we touched all aspects of it.
They felt the same way though.
I think because I mean I don't know, because personally me it's like, okay, each generation has something they had each something to rap about. Like okay, in the like late 80s 90s, what was going on? Police brutality, you know what I'm saying, high gang violence. So they was talking, it was a lot of that talked about. And then like I want to say like the early 2000s came around, everybody, I ain't gonna lie, the early 2000s was a weird sense of fashion back then to me.
Yeah,
it's a weird
late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, so but like they was talking about Big Pimpin', spending G's.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And then like now, honestly, what's
such
the
a
issue?
great music video.
Yeah, what's the issue now that most kids got? Depression. A lot of these rappers, they talk about depression. Mm-hmm. Like I ain't gonna. X was one of my favorite artists too before he passed away. He did talk about a lot of sad depression depression stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But I mean, a lot of people do, have that. They have depression, which is sad to say is big. It's a big thing now in the younger generation.
But it's always existed. So I've been curious about this. So it's artists with the depression, and like you said with X who passed, from someone murdering him. But to kind of go a little shifty wise with the thing that really intrigues me with the whole, depression in artists, because it's always been, especially with artists who had drug problems, who were influenced by drug problems. It seems like you can hear them slowly dying through their music. That's the great.
Max was one of them.
Yeah, that's the great thing about music. It's your life. It's life. Music is life. Music art is life. Music is life. That's what I love. I fucking love this shit. But just you could talk about Amy Winehouse, Jimi Hendrix, Mac Miller, ODB. These are just off the top that I can think of where in their music they were dying through their songs.
If you actually literally hear somebody music, actually listen to their words, a lot of artists, they do cry for help.
Yeah, because they're putting their, you know what I'm saying, they're putting their life on this paper.
And that's why it's like sales so much too, because you got regular ass people who crying for help, and they just use that to, you know, that's a bigger platform to where they can't say it, but they're really saying it through that, like Juice WRLD, who just passed away from an overdose. You know what I'm saying? So like,
that was another one.
And all he did was talk about drugs, and it's like you got people who using drugs out here.
And it's crazy because at the same time, it seems that the drugs and music are such a evil, beautiful match. They go so hand in hand on the influence of a lot of artists and their music, but at the same time, it's killing them figuratively and literally. But then at the same time, it's making the best music they would have ever produced that they would not have made without it. Like just ones that's lived. Eminem, one of my favorite lyricists of all time, when he was Slim Shady with the blonde hair and spitting like how he was spitting back then, that was all drugs, and he'll even attest to that. That was all drugs, and it was absolutely insane. Once he, you know, got clean, not to say recovery and relapse wasn't good, but that wasn't same, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't the same.
He wasn't Slim.
Yeah, and
he
even
was Marshall Mathers.
Yeah, and even ODB, like I watched a documentary after he did his bid and came home and had to be clean. He couldn't really spit because all them early years of Wu-Tang when he was ripping shit, he was fucked up and barely remember him. He didn't even remember him recording a lot of his music, but it was so pure because it was influenced by drugs, which is and like you said with Juice WRLD, he would cry for help, but he was on, I bet he was on drugs while making the music, and it was great music. I don't know, it's such a weird line with drugs and music, man.
I mean, nowadays you do got a lot of a couple artists, quite a few artists that don't do nothing for real. Like Fredo Bang, he's sober.
Yeah, it's a lot of sober ones. Kendrick is sober, like completely. But then it's like, damn, what if Kendrick would have hit a blunt before he made a song?
I mean, I think everybody different because like I know a couple artists that I personally know, they was like, man, I can't rap high because I say dumb shit. And then a couple they'll be like, man, let me just write something. So
the ones that, you know, may unfortunately pass before they could realize it was too late from drugs, maybe that's them sober. Like, I can't rap sober because I will say anything, or I will sound so fucking dry. That shit is insane. Well, we can name examples for days. Mac Miller, you know, he clearly, you know, had a problem before then, and he rapped about it. He showed it in videos, like it was, but he was a dope fucking artist under the influence. And it's like, damn, like what can be done with this? I mean, it's slowing down a lot, because at least now, I mean, not to say at least, but I mean, fucking Ray Charles and them was on heroin. Like in the 60s, them niggas was shooting up and making great music. Jimi Hendrix, who's one of my favorite musicians ever, used to be, he would put LSD in his headband and wrap it around his head while he performed, so when he sweated and his pores opened up, it absorbed the LSD straight to his fucking skull.
That's wild.
And he would perform, he would sing and play the guitar while off this. And like, just watching documentaries, you could tell he was blasted when he was on stage, because he would literally be on stage making love to his guitar. Like, literally, it's the most insane shit ever. But that comes from the influence of drugs.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not like that now. I mean, I'm pretty sure rappers are messing with LSD, but they're not shooting up and messing with LSD right before and doing coke right before they step on stage. You know what I mean? But
I think if you're in Hollywood, if you're mainstream,
it's crazy. I was ready to say Hollywood. I don't know. Hollywood might be another story.
You do coke if you are.
Yeah, I was ready to say Hollywood might be another story. I heard it's weird in them hills.
It's weird in Hollywood.
I heard them hills are very weird. But yeah, that's, I don't know. It's like, damn. So what can be done, or why? It shouldn't take a sacrifice for us to have this great music because they were, you know, on drugs. Like, it's such a sad, beautiful thing, man. And even like, I don't know, it's very weird. Even like with the number 27, y'all hip to like all these artists that passed when they were 27 years old.
Yeah. Fredo Santana, then Jimi Hendrix died.
Jimmy, Fredo, Kurt Cobain, I think Amy Winehouse, maybe even Mac Miller. I don't know. I would have to check on that one, but he was young. Mac was young as hell when he passed. So that 27 joint is is weird. Drugs and music is weird. It's such a beautiful disaster.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. I really sit and think about that all the time. Like, man, like it's taking freaking people losing their self-conscious with drugs to produce such beautiful music. It's like, damn, like would we be willing to give that music back? I mean, I would say yeah, give it back, but a lot of people be like, man, would they have wanted that? A lot of people would be like, would the artists have wanted that?
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
It's weird. It is very weird. But to kind of close things out with this, I'd like to ask y'all one last question. What was y'all first ever song? Do y'all remember? First ever song you wrote? Not y'all together.
Recorded.
Recorded?
I'm talking about you in elementary school, you writing it on a piece of paper. Your first song that you can remember. I know we've all done that. Do y'all remember y'all very, very first song you ever wrote?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Can we hear a little bit of it?
You said what?
Can we hear some of it? Do you remember it like off the top of your head? Cause
like you want to say it?
Yeah. Oh, it was. I mean, listen. How old were you?
I was like 8.
8, yeah,
9.
Yeah, that's same with me. So we'll give you the benefit. Look, I'll spit mine too, and I'm not even close to being an artist. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? We understand you was 8 or 9. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Like, I'm in the house.
I'm in the house. Oh yeah, that was that big bar back in the day. I'm in the house.
Yeah, I'm in the house. That's all I can say. It's so embarrassing, bro. Like
Let's
I don't
hear
even
it,
want to say
I'm in the house. What you talking about? Girls back then? You talking about?
Bro, it was just me being in the house, just like I'm in the club, and like I'm 8 years old. I can't even go to the club.
So that was your version of In the Club by Fifth. He was like, fuck in the club, I'm in the house. Damn, that's hard.
I ain't gonna lie, back then I was in a lot of Paul Wall.
I ain't mad at. Oh yeah, you got a lot of Texas influence. What was yours?
I'm gonna give you 2 because I don't know which one came first.
Okay.
But you remember the song? It was like a remix. Cause I always did. Like, I took people's songs and I just remixed it and made it my own jump.
Everyone samples. It's cool.
I was on. You're right. I was on the bus. I told you the girl used to record on the bus.
Right? So you've been doing this.
Yeah. So she used to record on the bus. You remember the song Snapbacks and Tattoos? No funnies, bro. It's Christmas time. Cookies and milk. Cookies and milk. Hey, wait, get better. Milk and cookies? Hell nah, just cookies and milk. That's just rocking on my mama. And then the other joke is with Bobby Shmurda, Hot Nigga.
Hot Nigga. That joint still on SoundCloud.
Yeah, that's the first. That's the first time I ever recorded. My first job. I don't know how young I was, bro.
You was like 13.
Yeah, I was young as hell. But I made a remix to Hot Niggas. Let me try to remember that. Hold up. Ain't some hot nigga. I might have to pull that song up real quick while you
yeah, pull that up. Me, I was in. It's crazy. I remember stuff off of grades. It's hard for me to remember age. I was in 4th grade, so let's do the math. I was like 9, maybe 8. Like your situation, I was 8 or 9, and I was a big Wizards fan at the time with Gilbert, Antoine Jameson, Juan Dixon, Brandon Haywood, Larry Hughes. Like, I was a big Wizards fan back then. So mine was so it was, how'd it go? I'll tell you the story of Davon Nixon. His favorite basketball player was Juan Dixon.
Okay.
Well, it was like, it's crazy because I upped him and then I dogged him at the same time. I was like, he used to watch every single one of his games until we grew older and thought the dude was lame. But I never thought he was lame. I just had to say that because it rhymed. Yeah. But that's the only part I remember. But I mean, yeah, like you said, it was like 8 or 9 years old.
I remember the first song I ever recorded. My nieces and nephews, they love this song. This is back in 2017 when I wasn't even taking music seriously or entertainment seriously. It was me and my homeboy Conjure Servant, shout out Conjure Servant. We made a song called OMG, Oh My God.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Right, my people was,
because that was the first time I was like, oh shit, Tay making music. And I remember that OMG. Yep.
Yeah, so me and Conjure, we hate that song. We don't even like that song, but people like it. But I mean,
everyone's their biggest.
I got so much more better songs I haven't even released yet. Like, I got 2 tapes
footage
coming up.
Was that the footage from the?
Yeah, you want me to just put on this? Or you want me to
shit? Why not? Or either one you want to rock
either
with.
One.
Yeah,
bro,
either
the
one.
worst quality. I recorded this. I stole my brother's computer and all that. It was on SoundCloud. Hold, look at the picture, bro. You gotta look at the picture.
Was that on the bus?
You see the picture, bro?
Hey, bro.
I was the youngest nigga ever doing it.
You can spit some bars from it.
I was spit some bars.
Yeah. And this was your first. How old were you?
I don't know, bro. No funny.
But that picture, I wish they could see that picture. You was young.
Bro, I was too young.
Yo.
Like 11, 12.
I don't know how young I was, bro.
You was still in middle school, I think.
Yeah.
That's definitely a middle school. That's definitely a middle school picture.
Middle school.
That's a middle school picture for sure.
Smart fool. Get the I bet you ain't smart fool. Get the what I say? You ain't smart fool. Get the riding on you like a pack mule. That was dumb shit. I don't even know what I said.
Hey, but that's a hard middle school ball though. Riding on you like a pack mule. Nah, that joke was hard though.
So it was the cookies and milk and then the hot nigga jump.
Hey,
that was my first ever song.
That shit was tough, man. I feel like you gotta remember that first, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, funny. Damn, like that's where shit came from, and it's here now. But like we said, music is art. Art is life. Music is life. And I just cannot go a day without music. Literally, like I can't.
You ain't say nothing wrong.
But to conclude our show, this is the Day by Day Podcast. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. I'd like to thank my special guests, Apex Tex and Scoob, for dropping through, kicking some good musical knowledge and vibes on this show. If y'all watching on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe. If you're listening to your prospective podcast platform, whether it's Google Podcasts, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts, make sure that you subscribe so you can keep up to date on any time a new episode drops, which will be happening soon. I'm your host, Dai. Until next time, y'all stay safe out there. Stay sane in the head. I know presidential elections are coming up. I know a lot of crazy things are in the air, but let's just, you know what I'm saying, stay sane out here, all right? Until next time, y'all be safe. Peace.